And now, from Alumni Auditorium in the healthiest city in America, here's Tim!
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Holy camole. Wow. Listen to you folks. What a great audience that you folks are obviously in the holiday mood, are you not? Oh, that's right. Christmas is just 5 days away, and I can tell that I think you folks are ready for Santa. Is that right? Well, you know what? I am so excited because Christmas is coming early for this cat this year because I asked for Grace Potter and the Nocturnals to be on the show for Christmas, and guess who's here? Oh. So we're going to bring them out in just a couple of minutes, and I'm so excited about tonight's show. We want to tell a couple of things. We have some great sponsors. This is certainly the time of year to be thankful, and we have some super sponsors here on the show, one of them being Junior's Italian. And for the 4th year in a row, Junior's Italian will host a holiday dinner to needy families and those who have no place to go on Christmas Day. So from noon to 3 p.m., it will be held in downtown Burlington at Minore's, which is located at 156 St. Paul Street. For those requiring a ride, the annual supporter, Ethan Allen Coachworks, will generously provide free transportation. And for more information, you can call Megan Terry at 802-734-1773. Now, I love that. Juniors are always doing that stuff. I think they're wonderful. And you know what? We have something quick that I'm going to add in here. Joel Abbott, who is our keyboardist, he's got a new CD that's coming out. Look at that. You can pick that up. Christmas and Glow Sticks is the name of his CD, and you can pick that up. But New Year's Eve is going to be right around the corner before you know it, and with that comes First Night Burlington with over 1,000 artists performing. I'm going to be hosting the Teen Talent Search at Memorial Auditorium, which is spotlighting musical talent of the youth of our community. And here now is a look at one of the auditions that was held in November at the University Mall. All right, that was 12-year-old Janica Walker of Waitsfield, Vermont, who was auditioning for the First Night Teen Talent Search. Let's give her a nice round of applause, huh? How are you? Good, thank you very much. We're going to have you speak right up into that microphone. What is your name?
Casey.
Casey. And Casey, where are you from?
I'm from Winooski, Vermont, but originally Colchester.
You had to think about that for a minute.
I recently moved.
So, you recently moved. So Colchester to Winooski.
Yeah, big move.
Wow, that is a huge move. Almost cross country, county, whatever, it doesn't matter. Casey, you know why we asked you down here?
No.
We asked you down here because we want you to be the prize wheel winner. We're in the giving spirit right now, and we have a prize wheel filled with wonderful sponsors, and the lovely Miss Jen is standing by, and she's going to go ahead and give that wheel a spin right now. Here it is. It's up for grabs right now, and Casey, whatever that lands on, you're going to be going home with a prize that comes up there. Wonderful sponsors here at Late Night Saturday of local businesses, and it looks like, could it be? Oh, look at that. It has landed, Casey, on the University Mall. You've won a $50 gift certificate to Vermont's largest indoor shopping center just in time for Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Plus, we're going to throw in this. It's a jar of Jed's Maple Mud for you. It's terrific right around the holidays. You folks be sure to listen to Champ 101.3. We've got a lot more Late Night Saturday coming up right after this.
Good evening and welcome to Late News Saturday. Tonight we're thrilled to welcome to the show Grace Potter and the Nocturnals. Following the release of a new album in 2007, the nationally acclaimed Vermont-based foursome has enjoyed television appearances on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and Good Morning America. When contacted to be on a slightly lesser-known show called Late Night Saturday, it is reported that host Tim Kavanagh convinced them to visit by simply stating, "This is somewhere." How true, Tim, how true. Much to the relief of the American public, gas prices have been on a steady decline for several weeks now, dropping to well below $2 per gallon in most parts of the country. No matter how low they go, though, I'm still waiting for those darn little nines to drop off the end. That is so annoying and deceptive. The controversy over Barack Obama's smoking habit has begun surfacing again, with some Americans commenting that this habit reflects poorly on his judgment and strength of character. But let's face it, even those who do feel that way have to agree. Anyone's better than this guy. And now for today's weather. Chad?
Thanks, Wendy. And great party last night, by the way. I know I'll never look at an Irish setter the same way. Woo-wee, boy, we've got the chestnuts prepped and roasting. Burl Ives set to repeat on the stereo ad nauseum. Little Jimmy is out on the corner building a snow fort for the Connor's dog to keep him hostage. The eggnog's flowing. We've even let Grandma out for a while. We're all feeling just fine. It's a good time to check in with our Super Duper Doppler Santa Radar Tracker 5000 for a Kris Kringle update. All right, good old St. Nick was last tracked from the North Pole to Iceland, over to Sweden, then to Prague to shop for some souvenirs and a bite of schnitzel. He loves that schnitzel. On to his trip west, the jolly old elf ran into some snags, though, in customs. Pressing through Amsterdam, just trying to check on his gardening business. Yeah, he got through, though. He finally managed to make it stateside, though, where he was last spotted on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. Yeah, he was doing some demographic research about what to get some of the older good boys and girls. Yeah, that's right. He looks like he's having a good time, doesn't he? Well, that's all the time we have for the weather. I'm Chad, the weather guy, reporting all the news that's not news. Tune in next time to find out whether or not I've kicked my addiction to pain meds. Tim?
All right. Thank you very much, Chad. Always interesting to find out the weather with Chad. All right, time to find out on this new segment here. We have a dancing chicken that's been appearing here and there everywhere throughout the Burlington area. Her name is Chicky Delight. She's also a resident of Waitsfield, Vermont. The entire show is about Waitsfield, Vermont tonight. She's a dancing chicken. Let's find out where she's up to next. Chicky Delight, everybody. All right, we'll be checking in with Chicky Delight from time to time and finding out exactly where she is. Now, according to her mother, tonight's guest was singing before she started talking. She put together a band while attending St. Lawrence University in upstate New York and has been setting the world on fire ever since. Won't you please welcome Vermont's own Grace Potter! Good to see you. Wow, you have got some fans. Are there Grace Potter fans in the house tonight?
Thank you.
Thank God they're here, because if it was just me, it'd be empty.
Oh, come on.
We'd have crickets.
Ah.
How are you?
I'm really good, actually. I've been home for like a whole 24 hours.
I know, and that's rare for you.
I know. I don't like it, though. I don't want to be away from home. I just gotta.
And home, from what I understand, home is an inspirational place for you to write, because your parents have built this unbelievable home in Waitsfield, and you folks refer to it as Potterville.
Yeah.
And it's one of those places where you just love to come home and write to.
Yeah, it's my house, you know, and I still live with my parents, and it's where I do most of my writing. And when I'm not writing at home, I'm writing on the road about home. So it's nice to just be able to go back and chill out.
So home inspires you in more than one way then.
Oh, for sure.
Which
definitely.
is great.
Yeah.
Now, singing since before you were talking. This is a true story, I understand.
I guess so. Mom, is it true?
You don't remember?
I don't know. I was like 1.5. I'm sure it's true, because Mom doesn't lie, and when she does, she could tell. So.
She can tell?
I can tell.
Oh, you can tell. Why? Does she have like a certain trait or something?
She just doesn't really lie, actually.
You know what happens when I'm lying is, as my wife says, that my jaw opens up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just look up.
You look up when you lie? What's up there?
Yeah.
Like you're begging for forgiveness. Is that what it is?
I don't know what I'm doing. I just do it. I'm I'm a pathological liar. You don't know that about me, Tim?
Look up.
No.
Now, you've been performing all your life, literally.
Yeah.
And Waitsfield's like this wonderful little community in Vermont. And you have a couple neat things that are down there. We showed Janica Walker. She was auditioning for First Night. You know the Walkers. It's a small community, so you know people. And she's performed at Cabin Fever Follies, but you've also performed there.
I think I was like 4 the first time I was on stage there, singing, "It's the Cabin Fever Follies, cabin fever, do or die." And I don't remember the rest of it, so. Hey, little flag.
So you're somewhat patriotic then, it sounds like.
Oh, no.
No, not at all?
No, I mean, I don't know who wrote that song, but it wasn't me. I was 4.
Oh. But you were able to perform it and everything.
No, but patriotism is, it comes in a lot of different forms. And I would say that, yes, I am a patriot in my own way.
I think we have a picture of you, a very patriotic picture of you.
God.
That maybe.
I knew you were going to segue into something.
That I was going to segue into
God,
something?
what do we
No,
have?
not me. Well, we'll show that picture a little bit later on. So, Cabin, there it is right there. Yeah, baby.
I told you I have my own way of being patriotic.
Those colors
Naked?
don't run.
Yeah, right.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, geez.
So now let's go back a few years here. St. Lawrence University, upstate New York, Canton, New York, right?
Right.
And you're together with a group of people, and actually the band started from one of your friend's father. Is that correct?
Well, kind of, yeah. One of my friends that I went to high school with, who I didn't really know in high school, his dad is he's very zealous. He knows how to get your attention and keep it. And he kind of just told me one night that if I didn't invite his son to be in the band, that pretty much his son would have a terrible time at St. Lawrence. So I know.
So the pressure was
on. I felt the sincere need to collaborate with this young man who I didn't really know that well. But it turned out to be one of the best things ever because it formed the Nocturnals. And Coco Beard, our original bass player, brought a lot to the table. He's from Waterbury, Vermont, and he's still counted as the original Nocturnal.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, so let's fast forward a little bit now, because that was, what year was that?
2002.
2002. So
Yeah.
it really wasn't all that long ago. And you have tasted success. I mean, it's unbelievable. You've really performed on the world stage. And just this past summer alone, you opened for Dave Matthews. Dave Matthews fans out there. I'm a huge Dave Matthews fan. You were at Farm Aid, and my son was at Farm Aid this summer.
He was?
Yeah, and we were watching it because it was webcast live, so it was great to be able to watch you guys performing. And he was texting us the whole time. He's like, "Grace is up next. This is awesome."
Oh my God! Yeah, it was very surreal. And we only did one song because you only get like 10 minutes. But I don't care. I'll take 2 minutes in the company of those men. I was really honored. Really.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And what a great thing that they've done with Farm Aid. This was what, year 24, 23, 24, something like that.
I turned 25 in June.
You turned 25.
Oh,
but Farm Aid.
Oh, so I was
it's not all about you, Grace.
I thought you said it. I'm 24. I don't know. I can't hear you.
20, you can't hear me? She's looking up again. She's lying.
No, I guess it was quite a roundup of a year because it was the first time they've done it in the origin of the place where they started Farm Aid.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty wild thing, and it really inspired the Nocturnals to step up our service to the family farmer, and that's what got us connected with the Cabot Creamery, who just sponsored our last tour and put us in a tour bus, which was a deep, deep honor. So bringing it back to Vermont once again, Cabot cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of bringing it back to Vermont, you also had your homecoming concert, which is the Lake Champlain Maritime Festival, right on the waterfront. We had a nice little talk. We had an interview together, and we got a chance to be on stage. And it was just what a wonderful, warm audience they were, and they love you. Oh. And you say that that's one of your favorite places to perform, or one of your favorite gigs.
Just look at it. It's like, people fly across the world to get a view like that, and we have it. We live in it. It's so incredible. And just looking out on, like 5,000 faces and knowing that they're there because, you've brought them together with music. And then with this weather that we get every year we do it, it's just humbling.
I
truly
think
humbling.
you bring the weather with you in all your good graces. That's what I think.
Oh.
Well, we're not going to break tradition.
Mwah.
Oh, tradition is tradition. Extra Christmas bonus for Jamie.
Come on. I'll take it. I'll take it.
You'll take it?
Yeah, why
All
not?
right, nice, nice. So what's coming up down the road for you guys?
Well, we're almost done with our touring schedule, which is wild because it's been 2 years since that's been the case. So we've got our 3 shows at Higher Ground. I hope you guys are coming. Yep. And so that's December 28th, 29th, and 31st for New Year's Eve. And then the next day, we all pile onto a plane and we're flying down to the Caribbean for another cruise.
Yeah, tough. She looked up again. Did you see that?
I can handle the cruise. It's a music boat.
It's a rock cruise.
It's a rock
basically.
cruise, yeah. So there's lots of bands that'll be playing and lots of crazy long nights that really don't seem to end, and then they go into the next day, and then it's time to play again, and then you just sort of forget where you are until the captain says you're in Jamaica, and then you get out, and it's really bad lifestyle. I mean, I don't know.
Terrible. Just
Horrible,
terrible.
horrible.
Oh, I feel so bad for you. Open bar and
No,
everything.
I know it's wonderful.
Let me ask you this before, because we're going to bring the Nocturnals out here, and we're going to rock the
we
house.
are.
Yeah. But if I can ask, what was it about growing up and doing the different things that you did? And I know that your parents are such supportive people. What was it that influenced you most and to get you where you are right now?
I think it was my parents and the community that I grew up in that taught you that you can do it yourself, I mean, we have done everything backwards or sideways or upside down, and it doesn't matter as long as you get to that end goal of bringing something to people who want it. And I think, in our case, it's music, and that's definitely what got my engines roaring, and they're still going.
And you've been going ever since. And we wish you only the best, and we're going to bring the Nocturnals out. So we got a lot more Late Night Saturday coming up right after this.
To be a member of our good-looking studio audience, go to our website at latenightsaturday.com or visit the customer service desk at the University Mall, South Burlington. Back to you, Tim.
All right, thank you very much, Jamie Pauley. Now taking the Fairpoint Communications stage is the hottest music sensation to come out of the state of Vermont in quite some time. Won't you please give it up for Grace Potter and the Nocturnals!
Experience the taste and hospitality of Vermont's Little Italy at Junior's Italian in Colchester. From fine dining to pizza and all of your bakery or catering needs, Junior's Italian, when only Italian will do.
All right, thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. I had so much fun. I had so much fun here tonight with Grace Potter and the Nocturnals. You guys have a good time?
Yes, we did.
I know these folks had a good time, right? All right. 3 big dates that are coming up for Grace Potter and the Nocturnals. They are?
Higher Ground, December 28th, 29th, 31st.
All right, the big annual kickoff to New Year's Eve on the 31st. Plus, for more information, you can go to gracepotter.com or thisissomewhere.com.
Yes.
So thanks so much for joining us tonight, and thanks to Grace Potter and the Nocturnals. We had so much fun with Grace that we've asked her back and her entire family for next week's show. Plus, our musical guests will be Blues and Lasers. Merry Christmas, everybody. Remember to support local artists just like the folks you've seen here tonight. We'll see you next time on Late Night Saturday. Take it away.